My view of democratic socialism builds on the success of many other countries around the world who have done a far better job than we have in protecting the needs of their working families, their elderly citizens, their children, their sick, and their poor.
And then, of course, there's the big promise. They say they will make America great again. Well, in my mind, that statement begs an obvious question. Again, for whom? Can someone tell me exactly which part of the past they want to bring back? Because that's exactly what they're talking about. They want to go back. They want to go back on civil rights and voting rights. They promise they'll reverse the Prop 8 ruling by ignoring the Supreme Court and violating the separation of powers. They promise to deny entry into our country for women and children solely based on the God they worship. They promise to go back on the rights of workers to organize for their families and their futures. Now is the time to stand with our teachers who are under attack at the Supreme Court, because we are not going back on collective bargaining. They want to go back to allowing coal companies and big oil and big businesses to poison our water and our land. We're not going to let the polluters and their army of science deniers drag us backwards. And they promise to go back to a time when even a victim of sexual assault did not have the right to choose. But the stakes are too high in this election. We are not going back to that back alley.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, if you're not Native American, we're all immigrants, so let's start there. And I would say that immigration reform and the need for comprehensive immigration reform is the front and center civil rights issue of our day, and certainly California has an outsized stake in the outcome of this issue. We have more immigrants than any other state in the country.
Unemployment is low because everyone has 2 jobs. Unemployment is low because people are working 60, 70, 80 hours a week and can barely feed their kids. And so I do think that right now, when we have this no-holds-barred, Wild West hyper-capitalism, what that means is profit at any cost. Capitalism has not always existed in the world, and it will not always exist in the world.
Well, if you ask me where I come from, here's what I tell everyone.